Hello, race fans! Welcome to Daytona International Speedway for the ARS Next Up series. Here tonight with my main commentator, co-commentator. I'm not sure what roles we are.
Main.
Michael McElroy. Say hello.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Nothing much. Getting ready for these guys to go green. Lights are out on the pace car.
Nice. As we go around, I want to shout out to Mitchell Bagley for sponsoring this race. He set it as the foundation for Prater Willie Research. It's the Daytona 175. Big shout out to him. He did this in support of his sister, and that's completely awesome. Last minute, we had to throw some graphics together to help him out. But yeah, big shout out to Mitchell Bagley for the race sponsorship.
Yeah, some exciting stuff here tonight. This is the Next Up series. These guys trying to work their way into the Next Gen series next season.
What's your goals tonight? So we have a pretty big field. We have a lot of drivers here. What's the goals for when it comes to checking out the Next Up series and the drivers who are looking for that promotion into the Next Gen?
Well, these guys just gotta keep it clean, finish, have some good consistent runs, try to finish within that top 8 in points. No worries if you don't, though. If you still run pretty good, and you have a very clean season, you will be considered for a promotion by that time. So these drivers, not really too big of a worry if you don't finish top 8 in points and you're not the best driver. You still have opportunities to get into the Next Gen series, but it is going to be very competitive. A big field tonight. I believe we have 34 cars. You see Barney the flag man here getting ready to throw the green flag for the first time in the ARS Next Up series, formerly the ARS Truck series. A lot of interesting stuff coming up. Green flag in the air. Barney the flag man gonna wave them to the green. Talon Smith, your pole sitter, gets a pretty good jump early as they try to slot in single file.
Here's my goal, what I would like to see for tonight as we start to get single file. I'd like to see a lot of these drivers. We gave them a pretty good race speech, gave them the expectations of what we like to see as far as the next gen drivers and everything. I want to see them kind of be patient. It's a 70 lap race, which is a long race, but it's not as long as we do in some of the next gen series. But I'd like to see them be patient, go a good 40-50 laps, figure out who their friends are going to be, who their enemies are going to be, and then start to strategize from there.
Yeah, that might work out here tonight. I think a lot of tonight's just going to be setting yourself up for the end. If you are ready for the end of the race, if you're in a good position, I'd say within that top 7, you should have a shot at winning tonight. But with how the points that work this season, you don't necessarily need to be winning races to win the championship. You only need to be consistent. For example, in 2003, Matt Kenseth won a championship by only winning one race in this exact same style format. Points are going to mean everything here in this series with a very condensed schedule. Guys gonna just do their best.
I think so, and I think the other big thing is as we start going through the field here to see what everybody's doing. I think the other big thing is going to be making sure the conduct rules are followed. So ARS, we have such strict conduct rules and pretty harsh penalties for it that you could actually finish first in this race and wind up leaving not in first place. As we come around, CJ Allman just put down a 47.553. That might stick, that might not stick, but, you know, fastest laps at super speedways are kind of like everybody gets their shot at it. Not always the driver in first place.
You can see these guys might have scared them a little bit in the pre-race speech. They've single-filed out here, just trying to log laps here. Don't want to burn too much fuel. I'm sure some of these guys towards the rear are trying to save a little bit, make it as long as possible. We saw it at Daytona for the Next Gen series. These guys, it might turn into a fuel mileage race.
I think it will. I don't know exactly what the fuel mileage run is here. But if they can get the green flag pit stops and start matching up with their clicks, you know, the people they want to work with, It should be interesting to see what packs start becoming successful with their pit strategies, who leaves people out to dry, and who really starts to find their teammates throughout this field. That's the struggling part with super speedways is, as we see Jonathan Swartz start to make his way on the outside. We were just talking about teamwork. He's got the 27 and Joshua Parent behind him, looking like he's going to come up and help him out. And we're going to start to get some racing in.
Yeah, that outside lane's starting to get formed up. Jonathan Swartz, the back bumper, that 11 machine, I believe that is. A lot of new faces here tonight, so apologies if we do get any names wrong or any numbers wrong. Yeah, that outside lane's starting to form up a little bit. That's Dean Clavitt as well on the outside lane.
It'd be a heck of a story, though. We got Mitchell Bagley just took the lead out front. If he could win this race for his sister, the person who is sponsored for this race, be a heck of a storyline. But Nick Sipple in the Red Dead Redemption truck, no number on it, is going to start to form up that line really nicely. It looks like he might have, no, that's Dean Clavitt in the bottom line. So Nick Sipple is up there with, I believe, Jacob Thornton. Somebody is in front of Jacob Thornton, though. I can't tell what the number is. No, that's Nick Sipple dropped down to the bottom. Dean Clavitt and Jacob Thornton are going to continue with that top line.
That top lane does not have a whole lot of numbers, and if you know super speedways, numbers matter a lot. Can build momentum in a lane. Here in the truck series as well, the bottom lane is going to be the preferred line. If you're in the bottom, they might get moving, but the thing with having so many cars down there is it might get condensed a little. They might start to have a lot of checkups if people are hitting the apron, and it could slow them down a lot more than it can help them. As we see these guys catch a lap car, Spencer Burton, who's on the outside lane, he's going to stay nice and high for these guys.
He gives a little
side for the race lead on lap 7.
Gives a little wall tap. Oh, now he's hitting people. Spencer Burton, best thing to do there is either go to the apron. I know the beauty of Talladega is the apron is actually, it has an incline to it. Daytona, a lot of people don't like to go to the apron because it's flat, which causes a massive checkup, which just makes you lose the draft again, which makes you go another lap down because the pack's going to come right back around and catch you. I know what he's trying to do there. He's trying to stay with the draft by getting a little bit of side draft, but I think he came off the wall just a little too soon. There's still a giant pack behind him that he could have formed up with, so I don't think there was much risk versus reward when it came to coming off the wall that soon.
Well, keep in mind, these guys do not have any fast repairs here tonight. With a big field like this and the racing they are doing early, we could see a lot of guys out early if we see a huge wreck.
As of right now, though, people seem to be keeping their lines. We've got the 15 back here of Michael Eckhart. He's kind of just biding his time, hanging out in the back of the first pack. Behind him is going to be Uriel Sabelis with the 99 of Nathaniel Landwehr. And that's really the two cars that are keeping the second pack connected right now. We got a car. Sorry, Josh, didn't mean to cut you off. We got a car all the way in the back here. That's the 46 of Ryan. Nope. There's 46. Is Ricardo Bernal. He's actually a lap down right now, so he's just going to fall into the back of the line like we were talking about with Spencer Burton.
Going to try and stay with these guys, not lose the draft so he doesn't proceed to go more laps down. Just try and hope and pray for a caution here as we're back up front. The racing getting kind of intense. Nick Sipple still leading the inside lane. That 20 car, I'm not sure who that is. One of the new faces here.
20 car is going to be Caleb McNeil.
Caleb McNeil. I do believe I'm familiar with that face. Ooh, Nick Sipple's going to drop out of line. That puts Mitchell Bagley first car inside line. Caleb McNeil got clear of that inside line with Nick Sipple dropping out like he did.
Curious what the strategy is here with Nick Sipple dropping back to the end of the line.
He might have not felt comfortable with the guy who was pushing behind him. He didn't want to be in that position so early. Maybe he's even trying to save a little bit of fuel, so he's just going to drop to the back and save a little.
Something else I wouldn't be surprised here, since it is a super speedway, is seeing people drop back to connect with their teammates. Not sure if Nick Sipple is on a team or if he is a free agent. Actually, he is. He's on the East Coast Outlaws. And I believe That he did. He joined up with Cade McClenny, who is also an East Coast Outlaw.
Ooh, some interesting strategy by teammates here early. I did see a comment by Zach Scare in the comment section here on Twitch. Who do we got for winners tonight?
Ooh, that is a good choice. So that's a good question. I mean, here's what I'm thinking. Caleb McNeil up front. If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to go through the list of names real quick. I believe McNeil won our clash, didn't he? No, that wasn't
no,
him.
that was Cade McClenny, who is in this race. He started
Cade
fourth, I believe.
McClenny. All right, well, there you go. Cade McClenny, I said at the Clash, I said he was going to be a name to remember. A guy who's going to be a very competitive coming up to the Next Gen series. Showed a lot of our Next Gen guys in the Clash what he's about by just coming out there and dominating. So I'm going to go ahead, and my pick is going to be Cade McClenny for tonight.
I'm going to pick my boy. I'm a little bit biased, but I do have a lot of reasoning behind this. Talon Smith in that 51 truck. We know he got a lot of his iRating from doing street stocks at Charlotte, which can be very similar to super speedway racing. I know he's good at pushing. I know he's good at strategizing in these super speedway races. I know he's very good all around here at the super speedways. I could see him picking up the win tonight.
I could see that. Talon Smith also the highest iRating in the lobby right now. We do have a bunch of iRatings all over the place. Josh, did you ever figure out what the strength of field was for tonight?
We have a 2200 strength field tonight, which really shows you the gaps in between iRating. We have everything from 500 to 7500.
As we look at the number 4, Corey Rainey is going to be a lap car. He's going to stay high, go high. People are going to start to move out of his way. Hopefully nobody self-clears. 97 going to push the 56 of Dean Clavitt out of the way.
Nice and respectful from the lap cars here early.
Curious what's causing people to go to the lap down so early. Maybe they started in the pits. Maybe they were expecting for pure chaos. I'm going to be honest with you. I was actually expecting chaos. I know this is like... I want to say this is like the Battle Royale series. These guys are trying to get into the series that actually gives out money and stuff for prizes. And I was expecting to come in here and see some guys really battle that out. But like I said, in the pre-race speech that I gave them, I told them that at-faults are just as hurtful as not showing up to a race. So I think a lot of these guys, while they want to be competitive and they want to race each other as hard as possible, I think a lot of them are trying not to be that person that causes the first wreck.
That, as we were talking about that outside lane got really disconnected. There's not many cars up there anymore. They're kind of starting to go single file. That's Jonathan Schwartz leading your outside lane. Back up front, Cade McClenny did drop down to the bottom in front of Mitchell Bagley to take that race lead. Again,
that would be Caleb McNeil.
Sorry, a lot of new names getting confused already. Look at
my pick, Cade McClenny, is still hanging out with his teammate back here, Nick Sipple. I think they're planning something. I know they probably want to pit together. So I think that's going to be the plan. But right now, we just got a new lead change. Jonathan Schwartz up there with the 98, who has the wrong number on.
No, that is Spencer Burton, who is a lap down.
Oh, that's why he's not showing up in my... Spencer Burton out there just pushing people to the lead. He's like, if I'm going to be up here with you guys, I'm going to help some people out.
Jonathan Schwartz might owe him one later, and Spencer Burton just shoved him all the way to the race lead. How impressive here early from Daytona.
I expect to fully see Spencer Burton drop to the back, see who's ready to go next, and push the next person up to the front of the pack. A little gap here for Spencer Burton's going to open up. Let's see if he chooses to take that instead of dropping back to the tail end of the line. He's not. He's going to let the 56 of Dean Clavitt, I believe. Yep, Dean Clavitt. He's going to let them race their race. Let them get out. 15 of Michael Eckhart. Slides up a little bit.
A TGR driver this season, I believe. I think he has a couple of teammates in the session here tonight. I believe so. That'd be Brandon Kiger. He was a next-gen driver last season, got demoted. Jonathan Schwartz jumps up to the high lane, maybe trying to get out of line. Caleb McNeil back out front to the lead, followed by Mitchell Bagley. That 4 car behind them that appears to be a lap car, and then Talon Smith is your 3rd place runner now.
Not real sure if Jonathan Swartz got moved out of the lead or if he decided to go up. Our first pit road is going to be Mitchell Bagley. Where'd he go?
Bagley pitting early and with no help either. That is a shock. I'd think if he called out he was coming down pit road, he'd have some help come with him. This might hurt him quite a bit with him not pitting with the rest of the people.
It's a nice little checkup, but overshoots the pit box. That's going to hurt. Going to want to probably go on a lap down. But speaking of lane or lead changes, Talon Smith was in the lead for a brief second. Your pick to win. My pick to win, Cabe McClenny, back here in 12th place.
Starting to get a little bit more chaotic up front. Jonathan Schwartz has made another run at it. Oh, here comes everybody. Nick Sipple coming down pit road. I see Dean Clavitt. Talon Smith coming down pit road as well. Cabe McNeil also pitting. Jonathan Schwartz. A lot of your front runners pitting here on lap 18.
Everybody coming down pit road. Current stint going to be 18 laps. Right now that's going to shoot Charlie Gallagher up to the lead. We've got a pack of about 6 or 7. Nope, there's a bunch more out here. And they're going to go 3 wide for some reason. Eric Schild's going to come up to the lead. He's getting pushed by the 24 of Charlie Gallagher. Nathaniel Landwehr, a fellow LSRL buddy of his, back here in P3.
I know Jonathan Schwartz is part of that LSRL group. Here comes everybody else now. Oh, Eric Shields
almost gets
coming down pit road.
Let's see if everybody can get checked up in time.
Down here nice and clean. It appears they do. Very impressive here from Daytona. A lot of clean pit stops going on. 19, Benjamin Leggett going to cleanly get into his pit box. This second group, they might lose the draft from that main pack that all pitted a lap ago. They're squabbling going down the back straightaway into the corners. Could have been slowing them down quite a bit. I'm not sure how organized that other lane is. They are pretty organized, led by Talon Smith and Jonathan Schwartz right now. Like I was saying earlier, Talon Smith, very good pusher. They've been very organized so far. They should fly past these guys and might pull away here.
Yeah, you pretty much need to be halfway through turn 1 and 2 to be able to catch this pack. And these guys are not even close. There's going to be your new leader. We got cars coming out on track. Hopefully nobody comes up too soon and starts cutting off the pack. But Talon Smith is going to wind up re-registering around to the lead. Jonathan Swartz right now, or sorry, that's Jonathan Swartz being pushed by Talon Smith. 56 of Dean Clavick right behind him. Caleb McNeil right behind him. And then Nick Sipple and his teammate have worked it out to where they are still back-to-back.
We saw this at Daytona on Monday. If you have a very good pit stop, very clean, fast coming down pit road, you can make up a lot of positions, a lot of time. I personally made up a lot of my positions doing the exact same thing. New fastest lap for Nick Sipple was leading this race earlier. Now back there, hooked up with a teammate potentially. They might be looking to make their way towards the front.
So right now, Kay McClenny, Nick Sipple, Nathaniel Landwehr. So the number 4 car is going to be... That is not the number 4 car. I'm trying to find out who this is hanging out here. So you got Kay McClenny back there. Let's see. It's going to be the number 3 car. The number 3 car is going to be Chad Adams. So Chad Adams currently a lap down. He could get it back the hard way because he is in the lead pack. Caution comes out. He would be the lucky dog. The next person a lap down is going to be Lucas Reed, and I believe this is second pack as they come down the straightaway to turn 1 and 2.
It looks like we're going to see a lot of the same style racing we did on Monday. These groups are going to get spread out after green flag pit stops, and it's really just a matter of who has the more cars in it, who has the better pushers, who can get more organized here. If one pack can get very organized, do it very cleanly, they have the potential to catch that lead pack, but it does take a lot of effort and a lot of fuel burning as well doing that.
Number 99 is going to be respectful, stay up high. Number 99 is going to be an unregistered number as far as I'm concerned. That is somebody. It is a driver indeed. But they were respectful. They stayed up towards the wall, and they let the pack go around. This is where the battle's really starting to happen. Not with the 13, but it's going to be like Robert Mathis, Austin Rez. All these guys getting too wide. Not sure who they want to lead this pack yet. A lot of times when you get into these second and third packs, you're not really satisfied with the leader and how fast your pack is going. So you may start your second line, even though it may hurt you right now and hurt the second pack from actually catching the lead pack. You got Mitchell Bagley leading it with the 08 a little bit off his bumper. He's connected now, but then you got the 11 of Jacob Thornton, who's way back, got a full truck length in between them. And the 93 and the 4 up top, they may just not be happy with the progress they're making right now.
What happens a lot of these times in these packs that are a little bit farther through the field is they're not exactly happy with who's leading, as you said, so they'll try and organize an outside line and get past them. We saw two teammates up there, Ricardo Bernal and Spencer Burke, bringing their Autosport, trying to make something work and get to the lead of that pack so they could potentially catch the front of the field.
Going through chat real quick, YJ has picked Dean Clavitt.
Very biased.
Dean Clavitt in the YJ Snap-on truck, number 56, sitting in P3, which is the perfect sniper position to take the race if we get to the end here on green. Who else? If you guys have a pick that you want to see, or you want to see you want a driver update on somebody, let me know and we'll go to it. Andrew Tenold, one of our next gen drivers, said turn up the mic gain on the trucks. If that is a little better, let me know. Sometimes these cameras are pretty far away, so you have to wait till the camera gets close to the trucks. Let me know if you can hear them. I definitely want you to be able to hear the trucks. I'm going to show something real quick, Josh. We'll check this out. I want to see who the biggest winners are right now. As we pull it up, let's go over to none other than Jonathan Swartz. Jonathan Swartz is up 21 spots. Dean Clavitt, which is YJ's pick, is currently up 20 spots. Charlie Gallagher, 19. Benjamin Leggett, 18. And then we got Michael Gould, who's just in front of him, up 16 spots. Old racer of ours that we used to race with in the past, Jeffrey Rudick, he is currently up 8 spots as he starts to shuffle back a little bit. I don't know if he is not even close to a car right now, so he's going to have to try to figure out a way to stay with somebody that comes around. Next car behind him is going to be Michael Eckhart. They might be able to catch together. And then Chad Adams will be the next car who's a lap down and currently sitting in the lucky dog position. We are single file as we come around to the front stretch. Everybody very respectful, holding their lanes, keeping things organized. Nobody wants to be that first truck.
As we were taking a look at our biggest movers, or biggest winners, as Mike would say, this first and second pack got reconnected. I'd say we have about 14 cars in this main pack, just from looking at it. A couple of lap cars as well. Another one being added to that list. I'm not sure who that is.
That is Michael Eckhart.
Michael Eckhart, he looked pretty strong earlier on in this race. That is unfortunate for him, going a lap down here early at Daytona. We are also just talking about Jeffrey Rudick. He is a little bit of ways in front of this first pack. It could potentially create an opportunity for somebody that's looking to try and make a charge to the lead here. They could use they could use Jeffrey Rudick as a pick or somebody to draft off of and try to make their way up front here. As you see the cars go down the back straightaway.
Yeah, there's really no choice here. You got to be respectful. You got to move up. Really, the battle for Lucky Dog is in that pack that is coming up on him. Chad Adams right here in the middle of the pack, and then Ron Von Henschel in the back of that pack, and then Michael Eckhart fell right into the back of the line. So as we get up here to Jeffrey Rudick and the lead pack starts catching him, he's got to figure out how he wants to maneuver after they make the pass.
There they go. He's going to be nice and respectful, stay high. Nobody's going to try and pull out a line and follow him. There was a little bit of a disconnect in between that 3 car and the 24 car, Charlie Gallagher. That could be the reason nobody tried pulling out. Maybe everybody's just trying to stay calm and bide their time until the next cycle of green flag pit stops.
Jeffrey Rudick, you can tell he's trying to find a spot to fall in. Maybe a little bit of side draft, and we got the 99 going around just 1 car right now. He saves it.
He saves it on the bottom. Very impressive by that 99 machine.
That was not
Great
the
save.
official 99. That's going to be...
The 45 machine. He was a lap down at the moment when that happened, but a very great save. Didn't bring it back up into traffic or anything. He just kept it down there.
Let's see if we can go check that out real quick. What exactly happened there? So you got Michael Eckhart behind him. It looks like Michael Eckhart tries to make a pass, maybe to pick up Jeffrey Rudick, and just either that or it was a late checkup and Eckhart just wanted to get out of the way because he saw it too late. But definitely the person that got the worst of that is going to be the 99. No damage, but he's going to be stuck at the back of the pack now.
If we'd like to go back up front, we're starting to see a development here on the outside lane. The teammates in Nathaniel Landwehr and Eric Shields are going to try and start making this outside lane work. Pinching Cade McClenny, your race winner pick, trying to get the side draft here, pull back up to these race leaders. Dean Clavitt now with some separation between himself and Talon Smith.
That's going to do nothing but help out the 69 of Eric Shields as him and Nathaniel Landwehr start getting that real big push. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they are teammates. Not sure if that's really their team name, but right now they're in the race chat called LSR All Noobs. If this is your first time turning into one of our races at ARS, give us a follow. We'll let you know every time we go live. And Wednesdays are our main night of broadcasting. Saturdays are when we come on here and just have some fun and hosted lobbies. And those are really going to be our 2 main nights of broadcasting. Everything else is going to be just random. We've got a new race leader as he slowly inches past the 58 of Jonathan Swartz. That's going to be Eric Shields and Nathaniel Landwehr making it. Eric Shields drops down a little early. Nathaniel Landwehr, not clear, is going to slowly start to fall back with no help on the outside line.
Keep in mind, these guys are all teammates. That is a very surprising move to see out of Eric Shields. See Nathaniel Landwehr starting to drop back through the field now.
Next to the gap on the timing tower is going to be the number that they last pitted on. So we're seeing roughly 17, 18, 19, which means as we come around to lap 32, we are getting back to green flag pit stops. As the 20 starts pushing the pusher, you got Nick Sipple back there starting to check up a little bit with his teammate Cade McClenny as well. You can assume that everybody's going to either start to spread out or start some aggressive maneuvers as we start coming around and people start planning for their next gas and go.
I feel like a lot of these guys could be trying to save some fuel. If you save a little bit of fuel, get an extra lap or 2 out of it during every single green flag run, you might have the possibility of making it to the end of this race.
Second pack leaded by Colton Lights. Gonna choose not to pit this time around. 33 laps. Odds are everybody who pitted on lap 18 can pit on lap 36 if they go the full run. Austin Rez, Robert Mathis gonna close up that pack. Chad Adams is gonna be all the way up in the main pack, but a lap down.
Eric Shields, your current race leader as we're approaching green flag pit stops. His teammate Jonathan Schwartz right behind him, and then Talon Smith rounding out your 3rd position there.
Nick Sipple dropped below the yellow line for just a second. I thought he was going to make a commitment there. Did not. Just got a little wobbly. As we go back to Colton Lights in the second pack, they fly past pit road. Nobody chooses to take it this time. We've talked about this in the past, but the 98 and the 11 up top of Jacob Thornton, not really helping the second pack. Hard to gain speed when you are getting side drafted, so we should see how much that hurts them. Right now they are 11.4 seconds off of the lead pack, and it appears to actually be dropping, so it's not really affecting them that much. As they slowly maneuver that down to 10.7.
Lead pack going to stay out this time by. It's going to be interesting to see if this second pack tries to short pit the leaders here. Try to get nice and connected. They're going to come a couple early. That is
Mitchell Bagley, I believe.
Bagley down pit road.
And I believe that's Austin Rez right next to him. We might have a new... Yeah, go ahead.
We have a battle for the lead going on right now. That 6 machine... I'm trying to figure out who that is. He's getting pushed by Caleb McClenny.
McNeil.
Caleb McClenny, or McNeil. Man, these names are so similar.
Why do the trucks sound so loud? I don't know, Pinder. Andrew told me to turn it up.
Charlie Gallagher now to the outside lane, trying to make something work. Michael Gould behind, everybody else behind that going to be pitting Eric Shields down pit road. Talon Smith almost getting wrecked trying to get down below that apron. That's Dean Clavitt behind him. Jonathan Schwartz getting nice and clean down pit road. Great advantage.
58, no real issues there. Let's make sure everybody can make it down here. Eric Shields has to go all the way to the front, so no real worry about getting taken out. And then Talon Smith has to go to the box just in front of him. Perfect pit stops from pretty much everybody around. Nick Sipple and his teammate Cabe are going to be in their pit stalls. No tires for anybody, but it looks like the winner out of pit road is going to be none other than Jonathan Schwartz.
That second pack has also elected to come down pit road. At least majority of their teammate or the members in that pack.
Charlie Gallagher.
Couple out here on track.
Yeah, Charlie Gallagher is going to be leading this pack right now. Charlie Gallagher, let's see, his last pit stop was 18, and we are on lap 36. At this point, lap 37, 0 cautions. You've got to start thinking about pit strategy and less about making the tank dry. You got to assume that the caution is never going to come.
That's what these guys are doing. I know they were saving early there. That's Benjamin Leggett as well, teammate of Charlie Gallagher. I believe Michael Gould as well is a part of that team. They're just trying to stretch it as long as they can, either hoping for a caution or they're going to hope they can make it to the end of the race on one fewer stop than the rest.
But after we complete pit cycle the strategy of the pit cycles, first up is going to be Jonathan Schwartz. Jonathan Schwartz should be the winner of this battle. Him, Talon Smith, and Nathaniel Landwehr should be the leaders. My pick and his teammate Nick Sipple and Cabe McClenny slowly moving up every pit stop. As we come around, they should be sitting number 4 and 5.
Eric Shields, he was your leader coming down into pit road on that last green flag cycle. He fell back quite a bit. Poor pit stop for that 69 machine.
21 of Uriel Sabalis. He now goes a lap down. And yeah, keeps it right up against the wall.
A lot of single file action going on here. Everybody keeping pretty calm, trying to just make it to the end of this race without wrecking. They know they don't have any fast repairs. Just trying not to get wrecked, trying to keep the truck clean. Seeing a couple more cars get off of pit road just now. That is Sean Anderson, Cody B. Johnson off of pit road. I believe they are teammates. Jeffrey Rudick as well.
Jeffrey Rudick holding just a lap down.
Back
holding
up
that
front,
pretty steady.
Side by side. Eric Shields, no help on that outside lane.
He's got help coming, though.
They are catching a group of lap traffic.
Eric Shields going to drop down to the front of Jonathan Schwartz. Has a huge run because of the 6 in front of him.
My bad. That is not lap traffic. That is still Benjamin Leggett, um, and Charlie Gallagher playing the long game here, trying to stay out as long as possible. Eric Shields going to shoot past the 6 machine and the 58. Has a
Actually,
huge run now.
Charlie Gallagher and Benjamin Leggett wound up. They must have had just an excellent pit stop because they pitted on lap 37.
Huh. I wonder if they took less fuel then. I'm not sure what the strategy game is here, but a very good pit cycle for this group of drivers, putting them out front here at Daytona.
It's shaking up the entire field right now. Michael Gould's going to come out P1, Benjamin Leggett P2, Charlie Gallagher P3, Eric Shields and Jonathan Swartz, who we assumed were going to be the leaders coming out of this pit strategy.
There's a caution out on the racetrack. I am not
real sure where it happened.
Ooh, there's a car in the grass down the front straightaway. It is hard to identify on who that is. That is Spencer Burton.
So Spencer Burton. Let's go check this out real quick.
Oh.
2-car wreck.
89 machine. Oh, Spencer
goes for a block.
I don't know. I think he was trying to get up there, trying to get some help, and just ended up getting wrecked.
Here's the thing. Colton Lights had a run. This man was flying. He goes to get high. Spencer Burton tries to go with him. Just comes up way too late. Slams into the wall. All strategies have now been nixed as Colton Lights starts to come down pit road. 1 lap down. Still got 19 laps or 19 cars on the lead lap as people start to decide what they want to do, whether they want to come down pit road. And it looks like our leaders are coming out of turn 4 right now.
Those 3 up front right now, they are all teammates. Would you like to review or interview Benjamin Leggett? He is sitting in his team channel. I'm not sure where Charlie Gallagher went.
We'll get that here in just a second. As we start to come around here, I'm curious, everybody's going to come down pit road. Last pit was on 37. They only have 5 laps in, but this may come down to a strategic pit stop to either make it down to 1 or 2 stops left. Go ahead and let's figure out who's around, and we'll see who we can interview. And
Here, the Crash and Bash Racing Chat, they were your race leaders as we entered pit road. Would like to go interview them.
Crash and Bash, let's go check them out. Crash and Bash team, what's going on? Benjamin Leggett, what's going on?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man? So we were looking at the pit strategies. You guys chose to stay out a little bit longer, but then you had one of the most amazing pit stops we must have ever seen because we just assumed you stayed out on track until we saw your last pit was 37. How'd you guys get in and out of the pit so fast to remain up in the top?
I think it was honestly staying out that extra lap that got us less traffic coming in the pit road. I mean, it just helped us out a lot getting the faster pit stop.
What's the game plan now? As you come out P7, your buddy Michael Gould, he's going to be sitting P2. How do you guys get reconnected, and how do you continue this race?
I think we're going to try to get reconnected on the outside lane and go to the front and stay at the front for the rest of the race. That's the plan, at least.
Outstanding, man. Well, good luck, guys. We'll check back in with you here in a little bit if we wind up getting another caution. And, yeah, keep up the good work.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. Coming into East Coast Outlaws with Cade McClenny, Nick Sipple, Chad Adams. What's going on, guys?
Doing pretty good right now. Trying to figure out a strategy to get Chad back on lead lap, and me and Nick are trying to figure out how to win this deal.
Yeah, so Nick, we saw you up front early on in the race. We saw you hanging out up there, and then we saw you drop down to the apron coming around the backstretch. And at first, we were curious what the plan was there because you were sitting pretty comfortably up front, and then we noticed you dropped in front of Cabe. Was that the plan all along, was to get linked up with a teammate?
It helps. It benefits to be with a teammate in general, but it was more of a fuel thing to be able to save fuel. Everyone's doing it right now. Nobody really wants to lead because we're trying to save as much fuel as possible.
And so with Chad Adams being 1 lap down, Chad, what's the strategy to get back on the lead lap here?
Just try to get up there and hopefully a caution come out or something work my luck. But I got ran over earlier and I just lost the draft, unfortunately.
Hey, it happens, especially on these super speedways. Looking forward to seeing how your guys' strategy plays out as you guys start to come around the pace laps and getting ready to go back green. We're going to jump back into the broadcast booth, so good luck out there, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. We're back as everybody starts to get double wide and the lights are out on the pace car.
Ooh, we have a car on the wall in the backstretch. That is CJ Almond.
I am stuck in RVs. There we go.
He was trying to get around Jeffrey Rudick. I am going to need you to screen share again.
Let's see. I want to check that out, but I also don't want to miss the restart. CJ Allman, though, looking fairly clean. Doesn't look like he got too much damage from that. The hood on the truck looks pretty good. Must not have been that hard of a hit. But as we come around for the restart, right now it looks like your lead's going to go to Robert Mathis. Michael Gould, Nick Sipple, and Cade McClenny up there in 3 and 4. Charlie Gallagher in P5. And there's the rest of your top 10. But we're getting ready to go green right now. So, Josh, if you want to take us away.
My pleasure. Barney the flag man getting ready to throw the green flag here in Daytona. Once again back green. 43 laps down in the 70-lap race. Field back together. Already an outside lane starting to form. I see Nathaniel Landwehr back there trying to get back up front. Eric Shields up there. Jonathan Schwartz.
Everybody trying to get their lanes back. I think everybody had a really good strategy as far as green flag pit stops went. And now they're all trying to figure out where that falls because we're back to pack racing.
With all these guys, they might start to get a little bit antsy, wanting to get up front now. For many people, it might be go time. They want to start trying to get into position, set themselves up to try and capture this race win later on tonight. We're 2x2 up front.
Cody B. Johnson worked his way all the way up front.
Cody B. Johnson just joined the league again today to the race lead, going to clear himself.
And that is Sean Anderson, teammate, just behind him. Eric Shields going to be on the outside. Cade McClenny just inside him. And then Jonathan Swartz, who's teammates with Eric Shields, going to help him on the outside. We got a bunch of teams starting to form.
Now. We have Joshua Parent behind them as well. That is a TGR driver. And then my pick to win, Talon Smith.
Talon Smith rounding out P8. Nick Sipple and Cade McClenny got a little bit disconnected here.
Ooh, Jonathan Schwartz, Eric Shields, they're starting to fall back a little bit. The pushing might just not be there. But Sean Anderson, Cody B. Johnson, great pushing right now from that inside line. As long as they don't get hot and start to blow up, this could be a winning combo right here.
89 is going to be respectful, stay up top as much as possible. That's going to be Colton Lights, who might be down on power. Not real sure yet. We can see if he falls into the pack. Stays all the way up against the wall, off the wall. Looks like one of the trucks tries to start a third lane, but decides against it.
Nick Sipple to the apron right there. Might have got shoved down there. Oh, they're wrecking the 3 car goes around. The 03 goes around. Can they save it? Yes, they do. I believe we're still green here in Daytona. The caution was not thrown. That's Ricardo Bernal as well, slow on the apron there. Nobody went around. Everybody kept it straight somehow. I am not sure how that happened. That's Lucas Reed who was sideways in the 03. The 93 almost went around as well. I saw the 46 get sideways. The 3 car Chad Adams. Crazy stuff here at Daytona. They all kept it straight. We want to go back up front. Eric Shields has a little bit more help on the outside lane now. That's Eric Shields, Jonathan Schwartz, and Talon Smith. They're working the outside lane. Another great push from Sean Anderson going down the back straightaway here, heading into 3 and 4. Another great shove from Jonathan Schwartz, going to lay off of him. 29 machine also up there. That's Robert Mathis. He did start on up front here on this latest restart. Everybody's starting to get fanned out just a little bit after that huge save from a couple of the cars in the back.
I think you covered it perfectly, Josh. I think we are in team racing here. Mitchell Bagley kind of self-clears there for a second off the 20 of Caleb McNeil. Good Lord. But he's got Brandon Kiger behind him. Brandon Kiger, another TGR guy. He's gonna help push him as much as possible. 11 of Jacob Thornton up there as well. Staying too wide, but staying clean too wide, which I like to see.
Nick Sipple going to back up to Mitchell Bagley there, sitting right behind Joshua Parent now, who dropped to the bottom, giving them more numbers as Weir might go 3 wide for the lead. No, we won't. They're going to stay single file on the inside line. That's going to slow them up. Eric Shields, Jonathan Schwartz, and Talon Smith, your new 1, 2, 3 here in Daytona.
That's how quickly these leads can change. Just a slight disconnect between the 08 of I believe that's Sean Anderson.
Cody B. Johnson in the 08 and Sean Anderson of 13.
Yeah, so 08 of Cody B. Johnson and the 13 of Sean Anderson got disconnected for just a minute, and it was just enough for Eric Shields, Jonathan Schwartz, and Talon Smith to connect and take the lead. 29 coming in hot. Robert Mathis with the 05 of Cade McClenny, my pick to win. Doing some work. His teammate Nick Sipple all the way back in, not too far, but P13. Can't get out there to help his teammate. And during the yellow flag interviews, we got to hear from Chad, who's trying his hardest to get back on lead lap, but wound up getting wrapped up in that almost a caution that just happened. He's going to be leading the pack of lap cars.
As we went to the back, Robert Mathis and Cade McClenny, they got up front to the lead. They are now 1-2 with a little bit more pressure from that outside lane now. That's the 97 of CJ Almond, who hit the wall under caution, making a great run in that 11 machine. And Jacob Thornton had a very great run heading off into 1 and 2. Or 3 and 4, my bad. Going to try and build some momentum coming off of the corner, using that high line to their advantage.
That is going to be Jacob Thornton and leading the outside lane. The 97 of CJ Allman, as you said, and then Mitchell Bagley bringing it up as well. 99 of Nathaniel Landwehr, who's been pretty dominant this entire race. CJ Allman goes back into the wall. Not sure what happened there. If we rewind that just a little bit, we can see. Can't tell if it was a bad push. No. Almost looks like a wheel disconnect when that happens to someone. He just took that turn wide.
A little bit scared of the back bumper of the 11 machine. I'm not quite sure. That was really weird. As now Mitchell Bagley is going to be that second car in line, going to try and push that 11 in the middle of the corner. Not going to get there, and he's not going to try it.
Frenchie 888, appreciate the follow, man. If you guys are new here and you like racing, please feel free to give us a follow. We're never really looking for subscribers. We do have a charity that we support. I believe I actually have a banner for it. Charity is going to be the Innocent Lives Foundation. You can scan the QR code and go to that link, and that will take you to the donation site. Again, Innocent Lives Foundation, donations are open. We are already at 10% of our goal. Everything's through Streamlabs. It's no fee donations. You donate $5, $5 goes straight to that charity.
Awesome cause here at the Affinity Racing Series.
Robert Mathis going to hold down the lead for right now, being pushed by Cade McClenny. Jacob Thornton still holding down that outside line, though, with Mitchell Bagley locked onto that bumper as he gives a little bit of space. These trucks heat up pretty quick, so in the turns is probably the best chance to get that air into the intake.
I was told 3 laps of pushing is about all these guys can manage before the truck starts to overheat and potentially blow up.
I believe it. I'm going to go ahead and, real quick, Josh, I'm going to pull up the stint. We had a bunch of different drivers pit on different laps. It looks like the average pit is going to be around 18 laps. Your current, was your leader, Robert Mathis, is going to be the longest one out there. He's at 16 laps right now while everybody else is at 12. Next car at 16 laps is going to be one of your lap cars. So I think Robert Mathis's strategy right there was to stay out, get the free wave around, get on the lead lap, but now he's going to be out of gas before everybody else.
Yeah, I don't think he can go much longer here. His only hope would be for everybody to come with him or another caution to come out here. That 11 machine doesn't have very much help anymore. That outside lane starting to get disconnected. The 4 machine now trying to get his way to the back bumper of the 5. That is...
The 5 is good. The 05 or the 5?
The 5. That's Mitchell Bagley there in the 5 on the outside lane. Alan Smith has fallen back quite a bit too. Same with Jonathan Schwartz. They're starting to fade through the field quite a bit. We're very fast early on in this race.
Jonathan Schwartz going to fall back to P8. Talon Smith back to P10. Super Speedway, anything can change in a second, though. Nick Sipple still looking for his teammate, Cade McClenny, who's all the way up in P2 or 3. Actually, he's sitting P4 right now. Eric Shields starting to come back up front as we go back to see who is currently your biggest winners of the night. CJ Allman now, after getting into the wall twice, is going to be your biggest mover of the race at 21 spots. Charlie Gallagher still at the top of the leaderboard. 16 spots. Benjamin Leggett, 15 spots. Austin Rez, 14. And Jonathan Schwartz, 13.
We did get a driver update a while ago on Jeffrey Rudick. I believe that is from Chris Pender.
Let's go check it out real quick. Jeffrey Rudick just exiting pit road. Ooh, almost hits the line. These tires have got to start getting a little worn down. Unsure if he took them at the last pit stop. Jeffrey Rudick currently sits 2 laps down in P29. The cars coming around him right now are going to be Chad Adams, your 1 lap down cars. Ron Von Henschel.
I'm so sorry to cut you off, but everybody's starting to make their way down pit road. They're wrecking coming down pit road. That's Mitchell Bagley sideways. Eric Shields into the 4 machine. They keep it straight. No caution. 1 sideways on the exit of pit road. Cannot get a read on who that is.
Corey Rainey. Let's rewind this real quick and see exactly what happened here. Corey Rainey pits out of the high lane.
Ooh, Mitchell Bagley going to go around. He barely missed that 05 machine of Cade McClenny. Mitchell Bagley going to miss pit road, lose a bunch of time off of that.
I'm going to watch this one more time. He is in the high lane and just chooses to come all the way down. Hits Eric Shields. Eric Shields saves it. You got Mitchell Bagley wound up staying out. That's got to be upsetting for him as he is now off pace and nobody around him, which is also going to mess up his pit strategy. He was trying to pit with the pack.
More cars down pit road. Jacob Thornton, CJ Allman, Cody B. Johnson, Nick Sipple, and Colton Lights all coming down pit road now. That is part of the guys that just stayed out that last run. Your new leader, Charlie Gallagher, Benjamin Leggett, and Caleb McLean trying to play the same strategy they did last time, staying out as long as they can, see if they can have a quicker pit entrance than everybody else.
We'll go ahead and pull up your stint again. Currently, actually, last pit stop lap for everybody is going to be in the 50s, whereas Charlie Gallagher and them are currently sitting at 41. So about 17 laps on their tank. If they had been pack racing this entire time and not in the lead, they should be good for about 2 more laps.
Again, just trying to play the fuel game. If they do make it this extra 2 laps, they will be 2 laps short to making it to the end off a 1 stop, I believe.
One to two laps.
I lied. There'll be 2 laps making it short to the end without another pit stop.
You got to assume that Charlie Gallagher is coming in this time.
Yeah, you'd think he'd have to. He's been leading this line for 2 laps, burning a little bit more fuel than everybody else. Will they come down? They will not. They're going to stay out for one more time, presumably.
17 laps in on this stint. 18 now as we cross the line. They're going to come up on Mitchell Bagley. Hopefully Mitchell Bagley can get in line. That would help him out tremendously as he goes a lap down. Really impressive performance from Mitchell Bagley. Unfortunate sequence of events caused him to lose the lead pack.
He was having such a great race. He was running up there. He was very high in that main pack. That pit road incident just sent him back, not being able to pit how he wanted to. I believe that is Dean Clavitt. He is also going a lap down. As everybody's going to come down pit road.
And Mitchell Bagley, this couldn't work out any better for him. Very few people that you would want to be teamed up with. Dean Clavitt is one of them. Right behind them going to be Sean Anderson. A combination of the people behind Mitchell Bagley right now. About 8,000 iRating. At this point, if you're Mitchell Bagley, I'd almost fall to the back of this pack. Let these guys do their work and reap the rewards of it. Jonathan Swartz, after that pit strategy, though, is going to come out as your race lead. And a small pack at that. It's going to be a pack of 3 cars. Jonathan Swartz, Nathaniel Landwehr, and your pick to win, Talon Smith.
Keep in mind, these guys potentially are going to have to pit one more time if they cannot save fuel. And especially Jonathan Swartz being your race leader right now. He's going to be burning more fuel than everybody else. Right now, these guys have to be 4 to 5 laps short of making it to the end. That is a lot of work to do if you want to save and try and make it.
So what's the call here? Do you save, or do you plan on a short stop around 70? Or sorry, we have 70 laps. Do you plan on a short stop around... They can make it. We're on lap 61.
Oh. This race is a lot... Yeah, wow.
I know we just left the next gen on Monday. The next gen was 100 laps. But these guys can actually make it to the end. As Cody B. Johnson and my pick, Cade McClenny, just completely dominating the outside. Nick Sipple has gotten matched back up with his teammate. And Talon Smith says that's the line to go to. The 11 of Jacob Thornton's going to take us 3 wide into turn 3 and turns Talon Smith.
Talon involved. Caution is out on the racetrack. He's going to keep it up there.
Front end falls up, gets reconnected. That's the magic of iRacing.
Heartbreak for that 51 machine.
Let's go back and review that. Completely, I would almost say, unnecessary 3 wide.
It's hard to tell what happened there. That's...
All right, so we've got the 11 of Jacob Thornton here. Let's go back just a little bit more. He's trying to figure out which line he wants to run.
I think Talon thought he was clear, and...
A lot to dissect here. Talon Smith, I think he does think he's clear. He comes down a little bit. This might be one of those where it's just a racing incident. Jacob Thornton actually holds his line. Doesn't move from his position currently at 3 wide. Unfortunate. Shout out to Ozman Cometh, says Rudick for president.
Agreed.
Jeffrey Rudick, we'll take that as a Jeffrey Rudick update. Jeffrey Rudick currently sitting 2 laps down. I'm not sure anybody pits here, which will not help Jeffrey Rudick. He can go and maybe get some fresh tires, get some damage repaired. He was involved in an incident earlier. Not sure how much damage or if any damage at all that he got. But he is going to pull it into the pits. Does have some damage on the side, it looks like. A few other people, Ricardo Bernal, Lucas Reed. Nope. Lucas Reed, Rusty Lynn? No. Michael Dwight? No. We just got a few cars taking the option. That's going to be Jacob Corley in front, a name we haven't said much tonight. All these guys, a few of them just hovering under the radar. 46. 46 just went sideways. Ricardo Banal. Let's see exactly what happened here. That's going to be those old hot tires. That's the only thing I can explain is the old hot tires. The field starts checking up in front of him. He hits the brakes enough to lock it up and just get sideways.
I think that's a brake bias thing. I think it was too far back. He's
Rocking the Yenair Air? Yenair Air truck.
Disrespecting my team.
We got people taking the chicane.
It was CJ Almond.
CJ Allman, the man who hit the road, you think, or hit the wall. You think he would want to avoid any further altercation? Let's go ahead and check out the current results. Right now, Cody B. Johnson's going to be taking the lead. Cade McClenny's going to pick that outside line, I assume. Nick Sipple up there with his teammate. Jonathan Swartz and Nathaniel Landwehr, both teammates up front. Cody Johnson's nearest teammate, if I have my teams memorized appropriately, is going to be in 16th place, Sean Anderson. So it should be an interesting thing. Here's the deal with getting formed up this late in the race. At this point, these guys have nothing to lose. Except for the race. So these guys have a lot to gain. The risk versus reward has changed dramatically from taking big risk on lap 1 to taking risks on lap 65. Should these guys get to overtime, we have the option of running 3 overtimes. If they get to the 3rd overtime, there will be no more cautions thrown, and they will battle it out to the end, which is usually complete chaos. All those accidents that happen on the final lap of point of no return they all count as at faults, so they have to be careful with that. But it can get real messy real quick here. I believe
we have
this
a lot
is
of trucks left, so.
And I believe this is caution number 2, isn't it?
Yes, this is caution number 2 for tonight. But again, like you were saying, this has the potential to get really crazy. We might see a lot of back-to-back cautions here. These guys were also issued the challenge of trying to beat the next gen guys who had 3 cautions on Monday, which they're on track for doing right now. But with late in the race, everybody's going to be shooting for the win here. Some guys that might be at the back right now are going to try and make it 3-4 wide, try and make their way up front.
That's what I was going to talk about was, so if they make it to the end, they have officially beaten the next gen series in the amount of cautions. Not sure if they can do it, especially with a caution this late in the race. Everybody's going to be super antsy at this point. But we're going to come to green flag. Cody B. Johnson's going to lead us off. Cade McClenny on the outside. Nick Sipple, his teammate, on the inside. They have to get connected somehow. And Nick Sipple does it by letting Cody take off.
Cabe going to drop in behind Cody there. Now he's hooked up with his teammate if they choose to want to make a move here.
They're in the perfect snipe position. All they have to do is ride this out for a little bit. They get into turn 3 and 4. They drop back on the next straightaway. They hope they can get around Cody Johnson and come back for the win. Like I said, Cody Johnson's nearest teammate, I believe, is Sean Anderson, who's currently sitting now P21 as he falls back. Somebody got a bad restart.
Keep in mind, we have Landwehr and Schwartz up there now, who are teammates. They've gone up to the outside lane. Maybe just, that is Nathaniel Landwehr and Jonathan Schwartz who have gone up to the outside lane. A lot more cars going to do it too. Cabe going to try and take the lead with his teammate.
They only have to make it 3 more laps to get to that white flag. Once the white flag is in the air, the race is official. That's where things start to get really dicey. The 11 of Jacob Thornton in the middle of two teams. 24 Charlie Gallagher back up front, sitting behind, pushing the crap out of Cody B. Johnson.
Benjamin Leggett up there too. Those are also teammates. Like I stated earlier, this is just a battle of teams right now. We have 3 different teams all within the top 10 right now, all going to be gunning for the win. I kind of feel bad for these single drivers out here that are all by themselves. As we're coming across the line for 3 to go here in Daytona, Cody B. Johnson still your leader after an excellent push with Charlie Gallagher, who's going to try and shoot to the outside, side by side for the race lead. Charlie Gallagher now to the point.
Charlie
Benjamin
Gallagher
Leggett
gets
out
an
there as well.
excellent block, connected up with Benjamin Leggett. Cody B. Johnson going to get that draft help, and Leggett going to go to the outside. They're going to switch spots, him and Cade McClenny. Cody B. Johnson trying to find a third lane.
They're going to try and block both lanes here, see if one of them can come out the victor here. Keep in mind, both teammates, Charlie Gallagher, Benjamin Leggett, that's Cade McClenny now. They've done an excellent job, and they've split up the 05 machine and that Red Dead Redemption 2 machine. We're coming to 2 to go here in Daytona.
Everybody's starting to get a little bit settled back into 2-wide racing as we drop further back in the pack. Mitchell Bagley back up in the mix. He's going to be bottom line P8. We're getting a little bit dicey back further where Robert Mathis is.
Ooh, CJ Allman going to get below that apron. Now he's going to be forced to drop out of line. Back up front, Nick Sipple. Ooh, he almost got contact.
Really tough coming back up on track from the apron. Oh, Jeffrey Rudick flying around the track.
Benjamin Leggett just got pushed 3 wide. Nick Sipple now side by side for the race lead. Cade McClenny now, we're on the white flag. Cody B. Johnson, Nick Sipple on the outside lane, inside lane. Cade McClenny and Charlie Gallagher.
Race is official.
1 and 2 for the final time. Loose on the bottom, that's Cade McClenny. He saves it, gathers it back up. Sideways for the Red Dead Redemption machine. He's going to save it as well. Jonathan Schwartz goes around. That's Cade McClenny now. They're single file. Nick Sipple out front. Charlie Gallagher going to try and make a move. Nick Sipple goes to the block. Charlie Gallagher gets forced below the line. Cade McClenny sideways. They're door banging. Heading into 3 and 4.
Cars wrecking behind them.
Get off of the corner better. They're 3 wide now. That's Nick Sipple. They're getting turned. They're wrecking. The car's below the apron. That is the 3 machine. He's coming to the line. He's going to win it. He steals it from wherever he was. Chaos in the final lap. That's Chad Adams, who I believe just won this race.
No, Chad Adams is a lap down. It's Joshua Parent. Joshua Parent. That's why I couldn't find the 3, because the 3 was a lap down. Joshua Parent comes around the chaos. I believe he was way below the apron, just avoiding all the carnage that was happening. Let's check this out a little bit.
Joshua Parent sneaks through to win at Daytona.
He goes to avoid the wreck, gets smacked down there by Mitchell Bagley, comes back up. Black flag might actually register him. Not sure.
I'm sure that flag will be cleared if...
He was not... He didn't intentionally take a shortcut. That's the big thing here. He gets knocked down there and just wants to come back up on track as fast as possible. Shields. I believe that's Eric Shields.
He comes back up and what a crazy turn of events here at Daytona.
Here's the... Man. There's your 2 drivers right there. Oh man, that is tough. This is a...
Do we go talk to the race controls and see what they think?
I need race control to come in here because, man, this is tough to view right now. So, man, all right, let's think about this. So Joshua Parent is now currently, according to iRacing, It's giving it to Eric Shields. Joshua Parent has been scored a lap down because of his black flag. At any point during this race, if you come down to pit road and you get knocked into pit road, you're pretty much, that black flag is cleared. You get knocked into pit road. It's one of two black flags that we clear. He is absolutely. We can go to his far chase on this. He is absolutely just demolished. That's Eric Shields. Let's go back to Joshua Parent. Joshua Parent's going to be scored one lap down by iRacing right now. He's keeping it clean and just gets knocked down here. Turns right back up on track to try and get back out there, which winds up giving him just enough speed to get across the finish line before Eric Shields.
We do have race control in here to confirm the winner.
All right, so Randy Arms, walk us through first what you saw and how you judge this.
Well, I saw a bunch of wrecked race trucks, to be honest with you. Just a lot of people going for the win there at the end. And 27 was keeping it straight and got hit by another truck that, sent him down, and he clipped pit road. He tried to turn back up the track to stay off of pit road. So we're going to deem the 27 the winner since he did cross the line first, and he got sent down there, by another truck, say out of his control.
Awesome, man. So Joshua Parent will be our winner. Crazy finish. You didn't think your job was going to be this tough tonight.
Well, it went really good till lap 70.
It really did.
Like, it was
super.
easy.
You know what is unfortunate about this? I'm going to show you right here. The excitement on Eric Shields' face right here. Check this out. This man makes it through the wreck, hits a truck, gets out of there. Chad in front of him is a lap down. He's like, I won. There comes Joshua Parent out of nowhere to demolish him. Jeez.
Yeah. I've got a race win picture if you want me to go ahead and post it in the.
Yeah, go ahead and make it
that.
official. Let me take down this timing tower because that is not correct right now. For those of you who...
Sorry, I do want to point out, just like Jonathan Daly at Talladega, which ended in huge controversy, big wreck, he was 15th coming out of 4. Anybody take a guess where Joshua Parent was being scored by iRacing? iRacing said that he was 15th. I don't actually think that to be the case, but heading into 3, iRacing says 15th. I just want to throw that out there.
It's going to be the new TGR signature. 15th to 1st. That's going to be their motto from this point forward. If you guys are just tuning in, crazy finish to the ARS Next Up opening day series. Please give us a follow so you can tune in every time we go live. Joshua Parent has just been announced the winner. Had to come down to a race control decision. Joshua Parent did everything he was required to do, staying above the yellow, gets knocked down into pit road, immediately turns to get back up on the track, and winds up beating... it won't even give me the times because it's scoring him a lap down, but winds up beating Eric Shields by less than a half a second at least.
It was a car length.
A car length. Jeez. Crazy finish. Crazy finish. While we're waiting on Joshua Parent, because I just realized, Josh, you've never created a broadcast waiting booth. I'd love to get Joshua Parent in here, Eric Shields, Benjamin Leggett, your P1, 2, and 3, into the soon-to-be broadcast waiting room, as Josh is creating it right now. But we're going to pull up the results. Unofficial results are going to be Joshua Parent number 1, Eric Shields P2, and Benjamin Leggett P3. Everybody else will fall in line after that. Again, crazy finish. That is what iRacing is saying is your current results.
And just one more time for clarification, anybody confused on it, we are scoring Joshua Parent because without his own control, he got sent down pit lane, and so did Mitchell Bagley. So the top three is Joshua Parent, Eric Shields, and Mitchell Bagley because both Parent and Bagley got forced down pit road, and there's nothing they could have done about it.
Man, I never even went and saw Mitchell Bagley. Mitchell Bagley was the one who hit him down pit road. Again, probably through no fault of his own. He was just a matter of circumstance there as well.
No, Randy and I quickly reviewed it, and we did discover that both all three are confirmed, and 2 of the 3 were no fault of their own forced down pit road. So there's nothing they could have done about it. So
Crazy. What a finish. What a finish. I would actually love to go review the entire final lap here in a second. This is Mitchell Bagley's finishing lap. So the race is already over at this point. But yeah, Mitchell Bagley all the way up there in the wall, has to get away from it, comes down, gets knocked sideways down to pit road. Just screams down pit road at that point. What?
But to be fair, whoever, if you get sent down pit road, I mean, just, I guess, keep your foot in it. I mean, I don't know how they'd score that in real life, but I feel like it should be scored that way. Just don't lift.
Yeah. We've got Joshua Parent in currently our race winner, sitting in the broadcast waiting room. Let's go ahead and get an interview from him real quick. Joshua Parent, you there?
Yeah, howdy.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Dude, I don't even know what to say, man. That was probably the most insane finish I've ever been a part of. My tires weren't turning. I had it full tilt. I never lifted, I couldn't. I didn't know what was going on. I just saw first when I crossed the line and literally jumped out of my seat.
Yeah, so you talking to race control and everything, you pretty much did the only thing you could do.
Yeah.
You get knocked down pit road. You immediately try to get back up on track. And watching your replay right now, I mean, you just completely keep your foot in it through the grass, losing speed through the grass, and come up as P1. iRacing obviously corrected it because you got a black flag for going down pit road, and registered you a lap down. But race control reviewed it and scored you P1. So how's it feel to come out in the Next Up series opening day and just solidify yourself at the top of the leaderboard?
I hate play tracks. I am the worst driver at them because I just can't gauge runs ever for some reason. But I fell back coming to, I think, 2 to go, sorry. So I was I just need to stay full throttle. Everybody's up there shoving each other, almost wrecking. So, dude, every wreck there, I stayed full throttle. The 34 turned under me and went below the line. I wasn't sure. I was I can't, because I was drafting, I can't really let him up. But he went to clear himself up off the track. And he nicked me a little bit, and that's how he spun. I feel bad for him. I can't let him in at that spot. But it was insane. I don't know. Mitchell hitting me down pit road might have just won me the race. That was just the most insane win. That finish was close too. I went and was looking at it. He wasn't even too far behind me. I just don't even know what to say. I've won play races and stuff, but that was the most insane finish I've seen on iRacing, really. And I was just watching not top 10 moments today.
Yeah. Yeah, and man, it's so that whole entire lap, I'm reviewing it right now as you're talking, and cars spinning in front of you, cars spinning behind you. I think at this point right here, Mitchell Bagley hits you down. You gotta assume your race is over at that point. Not really over, but the wind's out of.
I was thinking. No,
yeah.
I honestly, I just was just full throttle it. That's the only thing in my head was just full throttle the gas. I was you try to get a top 5 or something. So I didn't realize. Yeah, I thought I saw the 3 across the line, and I was damn, I lost. And then I realized that my teammate and him were racing for the lucky dog. So I guess I was lucky the one car that made it clean was lapped down.
Yeah, because I saw somebody way up there in the lead and it wound up being Chad Adams. And I was trying to find him because, you know, like behind the scenes here, you have to find the name, and normally it's really easy to find the names up front because they're all up top. And I could not find him, and it's because he was a lap down, so I had to go quickly to Eric Shields and you to see who scored where. And the ending of that was just
if you watch that final lap, they actually wreck behind me, and I get clipped in the right rear. And I don't know, that was one of my better saves. I was facing the wall, then I was facing the grass, and I kept it straight. So that I'll take that one as a save. That one in the grass was just luck, just full throttle.
Yeah. I accidentally hit the wrong button and went all the way back to the beginning of the race, so we'll have to take your word on that one.
Thanks.
But yeah, so so Phoenix coming up next week, 87 laps at Phoenix. Liking the track, not liking the track? What's the plan?
I love short tracks, and it's the Xfinity car, right? That's to me that's the best car that you can race on ovals that are like a NASCAR car. It just is more in the driver's hands, and that's what I prefer. A lot of patience. I see we got some good drivers in here though, so that ought to be fun. I'm ready for it. I always usually get set back on plates, and I got to try to make my way back up. But I mean, hey, I'll take it, right?
Yeah, definitely, man. Any shout outs before we get you out of here?
Oh yeah, Andrew Tenold's been one of my best friends for about 8 or 9 years now. He begged me to come and race. So yeah, this is a good thank you to him. All my teammates that helped me out, Michael Eckhart, Brandon Kiger. That was really nice of them. They were working with me throughout the race. My spotter, we kept good communication the whole time. I helped me on pit stops and everything. I had basically a perfect race, which was really surprising. And then I have my grandpa on my car, and my car is my YouTube channel, but I put my grandpa on my car for every race because he meant a lot to me, and it's nice being able to win with his name on it.
That's awesome, man. That's really good here. This league, we're all about good vibes, and the fact that you have that good vibe going across the finish line is amazing.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and hey, man, I'll give one more shout out for you, Mitchell Bagley, for getting that win for you.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. He wrecked me in practice, and I was like, "What the heck, man?" Like and then he wrecks me in the race, and he gets me the win. So I don't know. It's good karma there.
He returned the favor for you.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Joshua Parent, we'll get you out of here. 1 race, 1 win in the books. Good racing, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Next up, we got Eric Shields joining us in the broadcast booth. Eric Shields, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? Fun race there.
It was a fun race. You guys officially beat the Next Gen Series. 2 cautions. Next Gen had 3. So, it's tough. Like, who really is the Premier Series when you start to think about these things? But no. So the Eric Shields, I go and I look at your replay. I go to your cockpit view. You make it through the wreck. You see that the only car in front of you is a lap car. What goes through your mind as you cross the start-finish line and it registers you as P2?
Well, honestly, I thought that lap car was on the lead lap. So I thought he was the winner at first. I didn't even see the 27 until he hit my door coming through the tri-oval there. So I rated that last wreck coming off of 4. The 75 spun down. I bumped into him. So I was like, man, if I missed him, I'd have probably been able to get ahead of whoever it was that was a lap down. But 27, man, he just sent it in there, man. He was hauling the mail. That was cool.
Yeah, we watched his in-car view, and I mean, he wasn't joking. Once he got knocked down in the pit road, he aimed it back for the track and just held the gas and worked the wheel through the grass. Worked the wheel through the grass. I saw you and Jonathan Swartz out there working together a lot, completely staying in the lead pack. I think almost the entirety of their race. Only time you guys were out of it was probably during pit strategies.
Yeah.
What was your guys' plan coming to the final lap, and how were you going to make that work?
Well, we'd got a little split up by then. Shorts and I were working great together, and Nate all day. I mean, Shorts was pushing me amazing through a whole bunch of that race there. And when we came into that last pit stop, somebody had spun there kind of off my nose, and so I got a little separated from them. And so I started back in 12th on that last restart. So at that point, Dean was behind me. He was pushing me. I was just trying to get back up to Schwartz and Nate. And then by the time I actually made it up there, we were so close to the end that it was kind of just every man for himself anyway. So I just figured I would see what I could do. And I didn't think I would finish higher than, top 5, top 10. And then right towards the end, the sea started splitting. I saw it for a second, but then he came in there and took it.
Yeah. So that's the thing I love about play tracks, man, is like we're teammates until the end of turn 2 on the last lap. At that point, it's I'm taking the lane that's moving the fastest, and
Oh yeah.
and that happens with any team out there, unless they need to work together to get past the leader. That's pretty much what you see every time. But yeah, so something interesting that I haven't announced yet is every driver that finishes in the top 5 of this week is going to get the offer to race in the Next Gen Series as some fill-ins kind of get a vibe on their competition. Are you going to be one of the guys to accept the invite on Monday night, or are you going to wait it out and still get a vibe for these guys that are in the Next Up Series?
I mean, I'll probably hop in there. I don't see why not. I don't even know where we're going next week, but hey, I mean,
Phoenix.
Yeah, that might as well get some laps in. See how it goes. I feel like as long as I can keep the car clean and not run into anyone, I won't cause anyone too much trouble.
Yeah, and I see you got the LSRL banner up there on the car. One of our brother leagues that we love to we basically share racers in between each other. It's an Xfinity Series league, and next up is at Phoenix in the Xfinity car. You feel like you got an advantage going into that?
I think it helps. I've been doing obviously a bunch of Xfinity racing for the past 2 seasons in LSRL, so I think that'll help. I mean, I'm still learning as much as I can in that series. That's a whole bunch of real fast guys, so I think it'll help though. I mean, I don't know if we ran Phoenix last year or not. I want to say we did, but either way, I think I'm a little bit more comfortable with that car than say the Next Gen, for example. So that's something that I think will be good. But I'll see what I can still learn from the Next Gen race if I hop into that one to see what I can take with me to Wednesday.
Definitely looking for a completely dominating performance from you and your team next week at Phoenix, man. And congrats on P2 for race 1.
Thanks so much. We will try.
Yeah. Any shout outs? Sorry, I always forget that. Any shout outs before you get out of here?
Yeah, you know what? I'll shout out Nate and Schwartz for giving me some real good pushes in the race there.
Sounds good, man. All right, we'll catch you next week.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. All right, Mitchell Bagley, officially registered P3, sponsor of the race. Big shout out to him. Sponsored the race for his sister. Completely heartfelt sponsorship. And then you come out here, race for the lead, wind up getting caught in an unfortunate event that puts you down pretty badly, down to like 18th or so, only to get a good caution that moves you back up to P8. How'd you feel overall about the race?
To be honest, I felt really fast the whole race. I'm not going to lie. I did it all for my sister, of course, all for my sister. That $20 was worth it, $20 was worth it. I would just like to say, going back to that incident going into pit road, I think it was the number 4 car. He came down and like clipped me. I was trying to get back in, but I couldn't quite make it, so I just had to bail out, go around, and go back in. Honestly, I think it worked out for the better for me. I was a lot faster than a ton of the guys out there. Those last 5 laps, had my foot in the gas the whole time. I didn't let up once.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. I saw you connect with a lot of teams. Do you have a team that you're currently working with? Do you have a team that you've signed to?
I actually signed probably like 5 hours ago to a brand new team, Jolt Bolt Racing. I invited them here in the league and decided, hey, let's put you on our team. So that's who I'm racing with. Unfortunately, they weren't able to make it tonight. I don't even know if they're going to be able to make it any other times, but that's all right.
That's all right. You did well with what you could work with. I saw you connect with a few teams out there. You were able to see who was working together, and you matched up with them perfectly. And then the ending. Walk me through the ending of the race and racing down pit road for the finish line.
Like I said, foot in the gas the whole time. So when I got hit, I got hit, or there's a wreck up in the walls coming to the start finish line. I swerved down so I would avoid it, and then Josh just so happened to be coming in way faster than me, and me and him just both hit each other. I came flying down pit road. I'm like, all right, maybe I can secure a second place, maybe fifth. I don't know. I just put foot in the gas, never let go, just zoom down pit road. It's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Since you pretty much that's the only thing you can do at that point.
Yeah.
Big congrats on P3, man. Any shout outs you want to give before we get out of here?
Once again, my sister, like, this was all for her, honestly. This race was all for her.
Yeah, man, I would have loved to see you come out and win it, dude. You held P1 multiple times tonight, and you almost did. So
Almost had it.
heck of a point start for the Next Up series, and we're looking forward to seeing what you do the rest of the season. Any high hopes for Phoenix?
To be honest, I'm not very good at that track. I think I'm gonna have to be practicing this week, seeing if I can learn different lines and stuff. I just gotta find my speed around the track. Hopefully, I can come maybe with a top 10. That's all I'm hoping for.
Yeah, man. Well, you got a good enough points day to where you can probably hang out at Phoenix and just kind of run your line. Because right now you're sitting at the top of the leaderboards. Not the complete top, but comfortable enough to where you can have a race or two that you just kind of travel mid-pack.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to future races. Hopefully, I can make them all. We'll see.
Sounds
see
good.
How things go.
All right, Mitchell Bagley, congrats, man. P3, Next Up Series, Race 1. And we're looking forward to seeing what you do at Phoenix.
Yep.
See you, dude.
See ya.
All right, Josh McQuiggan.
Hello.
What's going on, man?
Oh man, I'm still trying to catch my breath. That was such a crazy finish here in Daytona. A lot of excitement.
I'll tell you what. We keep getting Rudik updates. Rudik finished P27. Let's see how Rudik did on that last lap. Everybody loves Rudik, man.
Fan favorite Jeffrey Rudik.
The People's Choice Award goes to Jeffrey Rudik. Here's Jeffrey Rudik's final lap, number 7 car. Coming around 2 laps down. Let's see how he makes it through this wreck here. Smoothly, Rudik fashion. Straight to the top, following Ricardo Bernal. And now he's about to come up on just complete chaos.
Everywhere he looked.
Oh, he almost made it through. Oh, Rudik. Rudik's going to go backwards, maybe straighten it back out. Nope, 29 comes barreling in. 29's going to get some hate mail. He hit the fans champ there, took him out. Engine gone at this point. Rudik's just going to try to back it up to the start finish line. Don't know if he makes it. He's done at that point. Yeah, nothing he can do at that point. Shout out to Jeffrey Rudik. Just joined today or yesterday, and we know him from a few leagues ago, a few seasons ago, and yeah, Jeffrey Rudik always gets the People's Choice Award.
So,
Comes out there, races his race.
Charlie Gallagher.
Hey, don't steal my award. I knew where you were going.
Nah, I'm telling you right now.
I was getting ready to chime in. We got.
All right, hold on. So there's one thing. Almost. I'm gonna lead you in. Okay. First off, big shout out to C Johnson 08, man. Appreciate the follow. Ryan Tiller is the person you hear talking in the background here. That's not Josh McQuiggan. Ryan Tiller has had probably, I don't know if you would say the worst or the best luck at plate tracks, because he's won his own award twice. He's got something that it's all started with a Taco Bell car, and swiftly became the Air Taco Award. And I feel like what you want to do is you want to give away your Air Taco Award tonight.
We got the first official ARS Air Taco Award going tonight to Mr. Gallagher in the 24. He caught some serious air, did a few flips, landed it. The Russian judge gave it a 7 though, but we're good. Air Taco Award.
Heel Green Ranger, appreciate the follow. We're checking out the Air Taco Award of the night. I need a graphic for this. Charlie Gallagher coming around to the start-finish line. He's going to start the last lap right here. Let's speed this up a little bit and see if we can get to the point of the award. Here's where all the wrecks start to happen. He falls in behind Nick Sipple. Right behind him is going to be the 05 of Cade McClenny. Two teammates right there swerving. I feel like it's building up right now. Number 8 of Michael Gould wanting to take it 3 wide. Send it to the wall. This better be good.
I was gonna say, here it comes, because you got a car coming, and then all of a sudden,
God!
there it is.
Probably the first and only truck that got airborne. There was a few others, I think.
But they didn't have serious airtime or enough. So this was the one with the most hang time. Did the most flips, so he definitely got it.
And not only does that airtime get him the award, but it also gets him his finish. He's not even pointed at the start-finish line at this point.
I don't know the last time I saw a car finish upside down in iRacing.
I do. Randy Arms, Charlotte.
No, he finished on 2 tires.
Oh,
It was
man.
close enough.
A lot of fun here in Daytona.
There it is, right there. Upside down for the finish, the number 24 of Charlie Gallagher. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. I know a bunch of our viewers are starting to go wherever they may be going. But this has been your broadcast on Race Affinity, twitch.tv/Race Affinity. Please, please, please give us a follow. I would really, really appreciate it. I never ask for subscribers because I'd rather you take that $5 and donate it to the charity of our season, which I'm going to show you. Let me find the graphic real quick. There it is, Innocent Lives Foundation. Donations are open. The next part of the graphic is going to be the QR code and the link where you can go to donate. Big shout out to Aussie Man Cometh for the follow. Big shout out to JGR Matthew 11 for the follow. All you guys, we really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the Daytona 175, was it? Yeah.
Yes, 175.
Daytona 175. Where is it? There it is. Sponsored by Mitchell Bagley, the Foundation for Prater Willie Research. Big shout out to his sister that he sponsored this for. And then almost came home with the win. Just shy of it. Came home P3 at his very own Daytona 175. All the followers that followed us tonight, we really appreciate it. Hope you guys get to tune in next Wednesday. Normally our Saturday night broadcasts are where we go into hosted lobbies and just create sheer chaos. But this weekend, that will not be the case. This weekend we have none other than the Dega 500, which my graphic isn't working for that. But if you are in our Discord, you can go to raceaffinity.com, click join our league. It'll take you to our Discord. You can join just as a spectator if you want, and not sign up for any of the leagues. But there is a special events tab. Special events tab will take you to our links that we have for the Talladega 500. Full 500 miles, 188 laps, full fuel cell, no fast repairs. We are over 23 drivers in the field, and all of them are going to be broadcasted on twitch.tv/YJ Media, our trusted broadcaster for our Next Gen Premiere Series, which is hosted on Mondays at 8:30. You guys have anything else to add before we get out of here?
No, just a great race tonight. Not many cautions. We got to see green flag pit stops, just like we did on Monday. Very impressed with these guys. Looking forward to next Wednesday.
And Randy. Big shout out to Randy, man. Doing race control with Ryan. I know he didn't say much. Ryan, appreciate you, man, coming in, doing race control. Race control is probably the most underappreciated job. And I'm not saying that because I'm race control on Monday nights. I'm just saying it because everybody hates you.
I like turtles. Thank you.
So appreciate the work you guys put in tonight. We will see you guys Monday night at Phoenix on twitch.tv/YJ Media. Before you get out of here, if you want to give us a follow, I'll give you a shout out real quick. Making sure I didn't miss any comments before we leave. How are we making out on the Rudik update? I gave you your Rudik update. Ozyman, mandatory interviews weekly. We're gonna have to get that in writing. Jeffrey Rudik's gonna be required to interview weekly. Mitchell Bagley coming in saying that race was more competitive than next gen. It sounds like we got a little bit of a rivalry here now.
Hashtag doubt.
I'll tell you where the rivalry starts. The rivalry starts every week, and if you Next Up guys are still in here, rivalry is going to start every week with the caution count. Who can beat who? Week 1 goes to Next Up. By 1. Literally by 1. Great racing, great strategy on the pit stops. Great to see the different changes in lead. We will catch you guys next week. Like I said, twitch.tv/YJ Media. We'll be here in the Xfinity car at Phoenix at, oh man, we just got another follower. Henson88, appreciate it. Yeah, so we'll be here next week in the Xfinity car at Phoenix for 87 laps. And that's it. Josh, parting thoughts?
Yeah, it was a great night, a lot of fun. See y'all next week.
We'll see you guys.
Uh.